How can open source intelligence, or OSINT, help solve cold cases? I'm headed to Dallas, Texas this Monday to attend an event called Tech for Truth, which is a collaboration between the Chris Murzin Foundation and law enforcement. Now, when I first announced this in a YouTube short, I got an incredible amount of hate because I said it was a collaboration between the intelligence community and law enforcement. And it is. But unfortunately, the original version of the video, which said words like cold case, murder, got demonetized by YouTube. And when that happens, fewer people actually see your video because if YouTube can't make any money, why should they show your video? So let me explain why I'm going down to Dallas and how I'm going to help families get closure when a murder case has gone cold, and how you might be able to help as well. On February 11th, 2021, Chris Murzin was driving down I-20 in Dallas when he was involved in a suspected road rage incident. Someone in a small silver SUV pulled up next to Chris and shot him to death. The Dallas police didn't have much to go on, and Chris's widow, a woman named Christina Murzin, hired two private investigations companies, Purple Mountain and BlueSky. These agencies are connected to others tied to a very old global organization called the Association of Graduates of West Point, or also known as AOG. Now, AOG actually goes all the way back to the end of the U.S. Civil War and the beginning of the post-war Reconstruction era around 1869. One of those AOG people then called another AOG person in another part of Texas who contacted my old boss, retired Army Major Adam Kraft. Major Kraft was then working on some government contracts overseas while still leading his family office of Corgi Global, which is a licensed national security, investigations, and intelligence operations consulting firm out of Texas. Corgi, by the way, is an acronym and moniker for a Major Kraft's time was spent with British intelligence, and it stands for Collection Operations Requirement Group for Intelligence, or to the British Army, Commanding Officer's Really Good Idea. For the U.S. Army folks, it's kind of like the Good Idea Ferry. So, Major Kraft brought in the intelligence community people who normally do things that police don't know how to do for various administrative, budgetary, or technological reasons. Christina Murzin recognized that this could be a means of resurrecting cold cases and could help a lot of other families. So she started the Chris Murzin Foundation, with Chris now standing for Collaborative Homicide Research and Investigative Solutions. You can learn more or donate at forchris.org. The organization is a federally and Texas state recognized registered nonprofit, and it supports local law enforcement's pursuit of actual tools or analytical help. Chris also helps survivors, the families of thousands of fallen whose cases have gone cold. Chris hopes to raise enough awareness and resources to go across Texas and then eventually throughout the U.S. as we continue to live through a time of homicide and violent crime. The organization also has some pretty interesting pickleball and mahjong tournaments on their charity side, if you're into that. So, on Monday, February 26th, I'm headed to Dallas, Texas for the Tech for Truth conference. Now, this conference is invite only, and it is designed to get local, state, and federal law enforcement to connect with the intelligence community members or the contractors, manufacturers, and advisory portions of the community. So, if you have a security clearance, you work in law enforcement, or you're a technology or a defense contractor or a credentialed and cleared lawyer, the event is near the SMU campus. We have to keep some wraps on things for operational security reasons. So go to forchris.org/law-enforcement to learn more and to register. And maybe we can solve some cold cases and help bring closure to families. So I got a pretty big week coming up. On Monday, I'm in Dallas, then I fly to Tampa for a day, then Long Island for 2 days, then to Camp Pendleton, California for 3 days, then I come back home. So I'm going to be globe-trotting the next couple of days. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh man, I'm so bored! Christ on crutches with a permanent profile. That's because you have the wrong toys! You need a Ryan McBeth in action figure from the Knife Hand Company. That's right, Ryan McBeth in action figures go everywhere!
Put them on your desk, your Crocs, your keychain!
You can even ask Ryan advice. Ryan, why does Daddy ignore me when I'm over his house for the weekend?
Because your new mommy is way hotter than your old mommy! Trading cards! You get a free trading card in every box!
Now that's Ryan-rific! So come on down
To the Knife Hand Company!
and get your in-action figure today!
Alcoholism, cigarettes, and non-service connected hearing loss sold separately.